Okay, today we are playing a Scrim game on Oasis. This game took place immediately after the game we watched the other day on Blizzard World, which also means tragically the heroes of our story today are the Red Menace, so our streak of non-communism has definitively come to an end at this point. So let's look at the team comp. So the boys in blue have decided to go with the dive comp with the pharmacy. They ran a dive comp repeatedly on Blizzard World, so this is nothing too shocking. The Red Menace, however, have decided to go with the Rhine Zarya with the pharmacy instead, so very standard, basically, and boring. I've personally never been a huge fan of Mercy Lucio as a combo of healers, because I'm a very simple man and I have simple pleasures in life, right? I like to see the bad man lose his health very quickly, and Mercy and Lucio do not facilitate that as some other supports I'm thinking of right now, so I'm a simple man. I like to see the bad man get smacked in the face real hard by a metal ball, preferably. Yeah, I'm into some weird shit, I know. It's okay. So anyway, let's just start the game. So we're on University first. Both teams running the pharmacy, but the Red Menace has the Ash, so theoretically they have the advantage. But the boys in blue have the divey boys. And so they're up there on the top side, and do they find the Ash? They found the Ash? Where did Ash die exactly in here? I'm not super happy, because I want to know what's happening, like, directly below me right now. Because that's where Ash is, down there? Oh, she dropped very low, and then got finished off by Ash, by the, Winston. Yeah, so she wasn't there, so, you know, when you're off by yourself like that, it's pretty easy to get killed. Did she... what happened to the Ash? That's really what I'm trying to figure out right now. So Tracer just ran down the staircase on the right side. So I'm guessing she found Ash. Yes, definitely, because I just watched her almost get one clipped. So, or at least her health bar almost got one clipped. So, it's not exactly surprising the boys in blue have a dive comp, so being off by your lonesome significantly increases your risk of dying to a dive comp, because the whole idea is find one person and bully that man to death as quickly as possible. And if you're just off by yourself, it's a lot easier to do that, so need to be very, very together, hold hands, be friends with each other, you know. Protect each other from the big monkey scientist. So our team, the Red Menace, also did a bad job of just, like, dying quickly once this fight was lost. Yeah, we stall the point out, I guess, but it's not like that's really accomplishing anything. And now 3 people are dead, as the other 3 people could be getting, are in fact getting back. So it just, you know, try and disengage. You try and die faster when the team fight's lost, and, like, when you lose 3 people really quickly, you've lost the fight, you know. So the Red Menace regroups. The boys in blue's far went really far up right there, but managed to not get killed, so good job her. Ash just died. How did Ash die? Where's Ash right now? Ash is there with Reinhardt. What happened to her? Was it Tracer again? Let's look at the health bar. That'll say. Probably Tracer. I'd be surprised if Winston did that much damage. Oh, there's also D.Va in there. Maybe it was D.Va. Whatever. So Ash is having a bad time today, is the moral of the story, really. Tracer just killed herself, so that's very exciting. Tragically, the Red Menace are already missing 2 of their team by this point, so it's not looking good all the same. Ooh, one Farah just punched the other to death. That's always nice to see, when one Farah just punches the other one. So the boys in blue have lost both their DPS, which makes it difficult for them to win the fight, because they won't do that much damage anymore. But they still have, like, Tracer gets back quickly, and all of their survivable people are still alive. Ooh, poor Reinhardt got made purple in there. Oh, he got slept as well. Oh, poor Reinhardt. He got very bullied right there. Reinhardt's over here all by himself, actually. Like, so he was here with D.Va, but D.Va goes off up there to help with the Farah, or to help our Farah, rather, leaving Reinhardt on the point all by his lonesome. But then he decides to keep going further by his lonesome as well. So he gets tranked by Anna, and then they collapse on him and bully him to death on the point. So Reinhardt playing too far up right there. Needed to be more conservative considering he was alone on the objective at that point. Ashe is dead again. Ashe has been dead so much, she's only managed to build up half of her ult charge so far over the entire course of this round, so it's very sad for Ashe. It's very sad. It's probably more in her... Oh, she's dead again. Ashe should be better off changing to McCree at this point. Basically a lot of other people, because the Ashe situation's clearly not working out. She's been dead basically the entire time this game's been happening so far. So, anyway... Well, did we really need to do that at this point? Because I went forward instead of back? Do we really need to use the Earth Shatter? Because I kind of feel like we were already really winning the fight. Like, yeah, like, I guess it looks like it probably hit both the supports. We can't really see from this angle. Not the most dynamic camera action in the world. It reminds me, I remember a long time ago we watched a video where I was like, oh yeah, the cameraman is clearly just like looking at his phone and occasionally looks up at the game now and then like, oh fuck, right. Kind of reminds me of that. Because we just basically sat with this view for the last like, like 30-ish seconds actually, because I pushed back a lot of times right there and the camera angle didn't change. So, anyway, not very dynamic, very disappointing. So the Red Menace have managed to claim the objective. Now, if they lose one fight, they basically lose the round at this point, because the boys in blue are so close to winning at this point. And the boys in blue have a dramatic ult advantage as well, because they've got 4 ultimates ready to go right now. They aren't necessarily, like, huge money ultimates, unless, like, Pharah or Tracer execute really well, you know? But just like nano boosting a Winston, ooh, I hope Ashe is ready to die again soon. So, they've, oh look, she's dead! And Winston didn't even need to be nano boosted to make that one happen. So, was she, like, alone, or was she near people and still died this time? Like... She was sort of near people, but like, they've correctly identified that Ashe is just very vulnerable to their composition, and they're just bullying her, basically. So she has been rezzed. So that's cool. The boys in blue lost Anna and Pharah, neither of which got to use their ultimates before they died, so that pretty much negates the ult advantage right there. Very unfortunate for them. How did this happen, exactly? Because Ashe was dead, so the fact their Pharah died is pretty surprising, actually. Oh, she got, like, a direct hit rocket from the other Pharah. Right there. Bam. Easy clap. Easy clap. And then Anna... What happened to Anna? Where is Anna right now? There's Anna. She's on the objective. Oh, she died to this... Oh, no, she's getting bullied by Reinhardt. Unfortunate for her. Yeah, so... Anna's, like, pretty far up, honestly. Like, she's getting real... Like, the blue Anna is, like, up here at this point. All the way up here. So, like, she's pretty far up. And then the red Reinhardt manages to find her, and like, well, now what you gonna do about that, really? So, unfortunate for them that they lost 2 of their ultimates right at the start of the fight, so makes it very hard for them to win anymore. Their Pharah just got res, so this barrage, like, I mean, it could have done it, right? Like, it definitely could have been cash money, but probably better to just save it, given that almost her entire team is dead at this point. Like, this fight's been definitively lost, pretty much, so, like, that barrage was gonna have to be the greatest of all time, which it wasn't. And now Winston's been baited in, so, like, the boys in blue just had a higher risk of getting picked off. They didn't get picked off, but they did feed some ult charge as well, which is very suboptimal. And now the Red Menace has a dramatic ult advantage, which is very nice for them. The boys in blue are about to build up to about the same number of ultimates, but the Red Menace, they got 3 ultimates, they're really close to having 2 others. They've managed to boop off the blue Ana right now, so they can't really push it now unless they get a really good opportunity. Our Reinhardt just used Earth Shatter and only hit Winston with it. Like, I would need this Earth Shatter to be pretty fucking sick to justify it to me at this point, because, like, their Ana's dead, so they already aren't gonna be fighting, you know? Because they're missing their main healer and one of the ultimates they have right now. So, like, realistically, the boys in blue are never gonna be fighting in the near future. So, like, if the Earth Shatter manages to hit a bunch of people or, like, guarantee a pick on somebody, that's great. You can stagger them a little bit more, I guess, but, like, all that really happened was the Red Menace squandered one of their ultimates on a pretty lackluster Earth Shatter, and then Reinhardt ended up getting picked off as a result. Now that Lucio's also dead. And, oh wow, she has Barrage again. Good job, Farah. She's been farming up a storm, hasn't she? She got all the way back up to Barrage already. So, Black Wavy with the throws on that round right there, because it could have just been a lot more passive and waited, unless we had, like, a really good opportunity to pick someone off with the Earth Shatter, but all the way over in the far doorway, just one of the tanks while everybody else is still up. Not exactly huge money for me. So now the Red Menace have to try and take the point back, and they don't have very long to do it. It looks like a bunch of people just staggered themselves. I was talking about my own foolishness, so, you know. Yeah, like, this fight's not looking good. Reinhardt could have left. Reinhardt decided to keep coming in, because, like, right around here, basically, we see Ashe die over there, and at that point, it's like, this fight's definitely lost. It was already not looking good, but for me, that's the point where this fight is definitely lost. And Reinhardt's at the doorway right now. Like, he could just turn around and try to walk out, but he decides to keep going forward instead. So now, he's just gonna die, but it's gonna take a while to get there, right? We're stalling the point, I guess, but it's not like we're gaining percentage anymore. We're already at 99%. So all that's ended up happening is both the tanks and Mercy are staggered now, and we have to have to rush back, which is, given there isn't a lot of time left, is not exactly good. Still time to go. Oh, Lucio's going up real far ahead of everybody else. Oh my god, so's Farah, but Mercy's there now, so that's very scary, but hey, it's fine. So, managed to pick off this Tracer right at the start of the fight, which is good. I don't know if their Mercy can get to her or not. I see that Ashe just got bullied to death. Where did that happen? Winston's on her right now, just like punching her to death. Such is life. What's she gonna... Oh, and Diva as well. What's she gonna do about that one, right? I don't... Wow. So this headset is like less than a week old, and one of the sides of it just broke off right now. So that's cool. Conveniently not where the wire is. So alright, great. But like, so I guess I'll just tape that to the side of my head later. So that's good. It's literally like 4 days old. Granted, any headset that I'm wearing is at a disadvantage because it has to fit on my enormous head. So, literal and figurative head. So, not too shocking, but hey, isn't that funny? So yeah, I really don't like the Ashe, because she's just been getting bullied to death the whole time. She got to ult once over this entire game so far, and it wasn't a particularly good one. She's just been getting, like, no value. I'd rather she was playing McCree, who can at least, like, defend himself a little bit better, you know? Like, Ashe has just been getting bullied hardcore. Even, like, Soldier, you know? Just, like, they're a little bit more survivable than Ashe is. Ashe can only really try to run away. And, like, she needs help to survive, pretty much. So I haven't really been watching the fight, because I've been talking about my own foolishness, basically. Both the supports just got picked off, so that's very bad, though. Because they're missing their Ashe, but the Barrage kills Farah. Our barrage kills their Pharah, which is great, but Tracer picked off Lucio, and then the Diva Bomb gets Mercy. So at this point, the Red Menace, very low odds of winning the fight anymore, no staying power with both their supports dead. Making a decent go of it, the Ashe has changed to Tracer, so she's managed to get back, and see how long she can stall it out for. Lucio managed to get back and use Sound Barrier, so we're stalling. It's gonna be pretty miraculous to win the fight from this position, but hey, you know, I've seen stranger things happen in this game. So slowly more and more stalling heroes start to appear for each team. Oh, damn. I thought Hammond was on it, but no, because they kill Lucio right there. Too many people leaving the point in overtime where they don't exactly have a lot of leeway if the one person on the point dies, you know? But well, things weren't exactly looking good, let's no lie, right? So now both teams are running a dive comp, and Boys in Blue, they haven't changed, but the Red Menace, now they've got 2 dive tanks, and Ashe has changed it to Sombra. So now it's just dive comps back and forth at each other, but I do like Sombra versus their team a lot, so I would say we have the edge composition-wise. Ooh, found Ana by herself. Yeah, Ana's just completely by herself right now, so her entire team has left her behind, so that's just free money right there. So, granted, they were probably expecting the Red Menace to be not a dive comp, given that they haven't been most of the time they've seen them today. But Ana just all the way over there by herself. Really easy to kill Ana. It doesn't even need to be a dive comp, really. You see Ana by herself off somewhere, suddenly she becomes public enemy number 1, you know? You know. So, Red Menace managed to get the control of the point to begin with, also a slight alt lead right now, percentage-wise, over the Boys in Blue. Managed to pick off Pharah. How'd that happen? Our Pharah just came over and dunked on her. Nice. Always good to see. And, Tracer got picked off as well. Was Tracer, like, all the way on there on the right-hand side? Oh, yeah, she was. So she just gets collapsed on right there. I assume it didn't recall in time or something, but, missing both their DPS, they're pretty hosed now. Basically, the Red Menace is just gonna roll right over them. Oh, communism's so powerful. And, oh, we're just gonna push them all the way back to their spawn now. So, Red Menace about to have a huge ult advantage. I mean, they already have the ult advantage, just percentage-wise, but very close to building up 6 ultimates at this point. And the Boys in Blue are close to having 3 ultimates. Well, depends on how much you want to how close you class Ana as being, right? Because 50% or 60% for Ana is probably like 80% for most people, you know? But the Red Menace certainly look poised to just snowball the round at this point, given the ult advantage they've managed to accumulate after getting control. Because King of the Hill is very that way, where if you get control and ult advantage, it can be very easy to hold on to the point for the entire rest of the round. So, Winston is sleep over there. Diva's going in real fucking deep right now to try and get this Ana. She does have self-destruct, so she's got a lot of leeway with what she can get away with right now. But while that's happening, the Boys in Blue are diving the back line. And, well, they've actually hacked the Ana as well, which is nice. So they kill the Ana. Trade Lucio for it, but they've essentially traded a main healer for an off healer, which is a good trade. Ideally, you don't trade, but it's still a good trade for them at the end of the day. So, and now, however, also lost Pharah. The Red Menace still has 4 ultimates to use, and they're definitely at the health advantage as well. Diva got demacked. She didn't have self-destruct. Winston just got hacked, so he's pretty hosed as well, as long as they can kill him before he builds up Primal Rage. Doesn't even need it anymore. They've actually just managed to turn the fight around. Maybe he'll need it. Maybe he'll need it. It's starting to come back around again. Yeah, like, Man, when both teams are missing their DPS, sure is amazing how long a fight starts to drag out, isn't it? Because the only DPS still alive right now is Tracer. Farah is going to be getting back soon, but isn't it incredible how long a fight can drag out when you lose your DPS early on? Guys, keeping track of 2 dive comps is ridiculous. No, now we got 2 Primal Rage Winstons running around at the same time as well. Did they hack? Oh, they hacked the blue one, though, so he doesn't get to actually, like, use Primal Rage, unfortunately for him. They managed to kill Farah as well, which is pretty important, because she's got the ultimate right now, one of the ults for the blue team. Ooh, really sucks the Imp didn't hit Mercy, given that she's currently rezzing Farah over there. Did manage to hit the Tracer, but that... Oh, God. Such violence. Just both Farahs. Oh, fuck. Same crime? Same crime! Same crime. So they're both dead, which is very... And I can hear a lot of people laughing about that one. What a silly game. What a silly game we play. Man, Winston's gotten hacked like 4 times in this one fight. Isn't that just so tragic for him? Oh, did they do it? Did they finally do it? I'm having a lot of trouble keeping up with everything that's happening, to be honest with you. Like, just keeping track of 2 dive comps, you know. I'm not one of those caster types, really, so it's very difficult for me to keep track of everything that's happening, while also trying to follow, like, a train of thought, also. Which is hard enough for me as it is, really. So, the boys in blue now have a Widowmaker, which is a brave play, because the Red Menace still have a dive comp. So, very brave. Hopefully their Widow at least kills Farah before she dies, or gets dove on, you know? So the Red Menace, they've managed to find the blue Ana immediately. Oh, I've just noticed the blue Ana's name is Asleep. What a good name. What a good name. Yeah, so Widow's dead. Funnily enough, not because of one of the divers, but because of Farah. So, they've lost. So, the boys in blue have lost so many people so early on in this fight. They're, like, pretty hosed, unless they can pull off a legendary stall for the team to regroup. How did Ana die? That's, because that's, like, where everything starts going badly. I heard someone call out Ana's alone on the stairs, and true enough, everybody descends on the staircase almost immediately, and she dies, so... You know, you gotta play with your team, especially if you're playing someone soft and easy to kill like Ana, who's also very important, and therefore they will be trying to kill you. It's not like we're surprised the Red Menace has a dive comp anymore at this point, right? So, need to try a little bit harder to protect their Ana, because that happened earlier as well in the large health kit room. The Red Menace started jumping on the blue Ana, and the only person who... I don't know why I'm saying the blue Ana. There isn't a red Ana in this game. But they started diving on the Ana, and the only person who was there to protect them, try and help protect the Ana, was Diva. So, she got murdered, like, pretty quickly there as well. They just managed to make the fight work in other places, so it evened out in the long run. But... they've been doing a very bad job of, like, helping their Ana so far. So both team comps unchanged. Still very brave to run the Widowmaker right here. So, I hear people screaming that Ana's alone. So where's Ana right now? Bottom left, apparently. Ana's in main by herself. I can't see her. Oh, God. These fucking silhouettes. Can we get more? Can we go higher quality? If at all possible, please? Oh, we can. We can go 1 quality up, because I can't fucking see the Ana's silhouette right now. Oh my god, everything looks so much better suddenly. But where is Ana? Because Ana at this point is the most interesting part of this game to me. Oh, there she is. There she is. Yeah, she's gonna be getting bullied. Oh, no, they're actually starting to help her this time. There's a little bit of indecision because people are shouting out that Anna's alone, but then they also shout out that Widowmaker's alone. So Sombra's trying to kill Widowmaker right now while everyone else is trying to kill Anna, who I would consider to be a more important target. But they do manage to get the Anna, so that's good. She's, like, pretty important. The blue team sort of tried a little harder to keep her alive this time, but she soon ends up pretty segregated by herself again. So let's try and track the journey she goes on. So she's there right now. So she's off camera right now, but she's over by, like, the main door. Now she's come through. And she's about to get pushed, like, onto the wrong side of the map, because she's gonna get forced, like, all the way around here. And, there's a little... Oh, no, I'm trying to fucking play the click the play icon on the fucking OBS window, which was getting me real far. I was just kind of messing up scenes instead, you know, it was very cool. So there's a little, you know, D.Va jumps in, starts pushing people back, but they continue to collapse on the Anna and they kill her. There was a little bit more effort to keep her alive, but it was still... She's dead, so obviously it didn't work out particularly well, did it? Widowmaker actually managed to pick off Mercy as well, which is a very big deal because that's the Red Menace's main healer. Just Lucio is not going to be enough to keep up with the fight now. So they did manage to get the Ana, but Sombra didn't win her fight with Widowmaker, and Pharah just got extremely staggered, so that was very sad also. So the boys in blue, they've got the ult advantage now, a fairly beefy one as well. They're about to have 4 ultimates, whereas the Red Menace is... So we're looking at our phone right now, I can see. Oh, fuck, video games, right, oh, shit, oh, fuck, I forgot. So the Red Menace, they've got 1 ultimate, but the boys in blue, the blue boys, are... The Smurfs are about to have... many ultimates, so definitely favored. Our Pharah is at least, like, fairly reliably dunking on the other Pharah, right? Like, Slap Happy has been dunking on Guardian Mad pretty reliably as this game has gone by. I thought that was the other D.Va, so I wondered why the Pharah didn't get killed by that for a second. So, where is everybody right now? What are we trying to accomplish exactly at this moment in time? We jumped on Ana, but she's being healed by Mercy this time. So it makes it a lot harder for her to die. Like, she's not gonna die to Winston, basically. D.Va, like, did D.Va need to do that? Nah, D.Va doesn't, like, need to do this. This doesn't accomplish... Self-destruct doesn't accomplish anything, really. Like... It stops the blue tanks from really doing anything for a little while, but, like, that didn't really accomplish a whole lot. Like, D.Va would be better off just jumping on the Ana right now, because, like, this just kind of removes D.Va from the fight for a little while. Now she doesn't have her ultimate, and, like, yeah, it inconvenienced them a little bit, but, like... It didn't exactly pay huge dividends. She would have been better off just going for the Ana instead. So look at how easy it is for Ana to survive the situation now that Mercy's actually helping her, right? Because I just heard everybody yell out Ana's alone. She's not really alone this time though, is she? So they jump on her, but Mercy's healing her. She biogrenades herself. Winston comes up to help as well. And suddenly Ana doesn't look like she's about to die anymore. So, isn't it incredible what some teamwork can do? Look at that. Ana got to survive the fight. And look at how much better the fight's going for the boys in blue now as a result of not losing their main healer really early on in the fight. Ana did just get hacked, which is unfortunate because she has her ultimate right now. But she killed Sombra in retribution. Widow, I don't feel like is getting a lot of value this game. I don't like the Widow on their team. I didn't like it when they picked it, but it's definitely not been showing huge results either. So my skepticism, I feel, has been vindicated, basically. So, oh, Ana ended up getting punched all the way over here by herself now. Yeah, She's alone now, but not by choice. But she actually did manage to swing back around, because it's basically just Winston trying to kill her right now. And Winston didn't correctly juggle her to death, so she ends up managing to get back to her team again. Unfortunately, she gets hacked before she can nano boost anybody, because that would have, she could have nano boosted someone in here. Like, she's not hacked anymore. She was hacked way before this. I thought she got hacked after this. I can't keep anything straight in my mind, as you can see. Yeah, she could have nano boosted somebody. Like, nano boosting D.Va here would be pretty good, given the position she's in right now. At least keep her alive, if nothing else, or keep her mech. She maybe didn't want to, because she sees that D.Va has self-destruct ready, though, and she doesn't want to end up wasting it. It did get that far. It did get that far. So it was looking really good for the boys in blue, but the fight's starting to turn around at this point. Yeah, not really for any, like, dramatic reason. Basically, they just didn't quite, you know, nothing particularly agreed. If anything, I was, like, watching the Winston juggle the Ana around, like, not... Like, the Red Menace didn't do a very good job of actually focusing the Ana that fight, because it was basically just Winston trying. Pharah was trying for a little bit as well, but, like, they weren't as unifiedly trying to kill the Ana as they were in previous rounds, so the Ana managed to survive, has been able to survive a lot better as a result now. So they've just lost, the boys in blue just lost both their DPS really early on. Winston just got hacked. He's not hacked now, but he shouldn't use his ult regardless, because the fight is, like, not looking good. Mercy decided to use Valkyrie regardless. She should have just saved that for the next fight, because, like, what was that going to accomplish, really, at that point? Oh, look at that! Widow's finally managed to kill somebody. Isn't that incredible? Oh, she's killed a couple of people. I'm exaggerating slightly, for comedic effect. Ooh, very bad Pharah ultimate. Ooh. Did kill Sombra, at least, but, that's it. Like, it only killed Sombra. It didn't accomplish a lot else, so not very exciting use of resources there. Oh, look at that. Look at that exciting melee we got going on right there. We got two Winstons tasing each other. Very, very exciting, very exciting. Mercy, like, the good thing, at least, you can say about what's happening is that both of the blue healers are being thoroughly distracted, because even now, like, Mercy's been keeping Ana alive, but that means that just Mercy and Ana haven't been helping their team as much as they could be, because they've been getting pressured so much. Yeah, and they've just started losing so many people at the start of this fight that they're, man, Winston hasn't got to use that ultimate still. Oh, and he might not get to. Yep, he's not gonna get to. Damn, that imp. Yeah, just throw all those ultimates in there. Yeah, we got him. We got him, boys. We got him. Man. So, the big takeaway from that game for me is that if I know the game contains 2 dive comps, I should really watch the video more thoroughly ahead of time. Because, I did watch it ahead of time, but I was also, like, doing other things, like making the thumbnail and everything at the same time while listening to something else. So, like, it's very hard, it turns out, to keep track of 2 dive comps while trying to talk. So, I should probably, put some more forethought into that in the future. And that's the biggest takeaway from that game for me, honestly. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. If you enjoyed the video for some reason and managed to get all this way through, please like the video and subscribe for more videos of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful. I finally said the whole thing without fucking it up. What a day.